Peace, this is Gerald, Quantum Light Consciousness. Today I want to talk about how to upgrade your understanding with the earth, with yourself as a part of the earth, okay? Now, there's a lot of ways to ground yourself to the earth, to connect to the earth, and to resonate with the earth. There's so many different grounding techniques that people use, and there's so many things that you can actually do to become a piece of Gaia, because she is alive. She's actually very sentient. She's actually very intelligent. Okay, she is something that you can actually become as part of you. Okay, I've done other videos of this about how you can upgrade your understanding of yourself as the planet Earth within your heart. This part is going to be the Earth mind aspect, because there's so many different artists and multidimensional teachers and people who are channels and different intuitive readers that actually show you the basis of this connectivity through their artwork, through their teachings, through their drawings and paintings, etc. The main person who comes to mind when I think of the Earth and being one with the planet, and how that is a very good graphically detailed oriented showpiece example, is Alex Gray's artwork. That person that actually creates those pieces of art is very connected, very intuitive, very activated, and it actually shows you the neural bandwidth and the neural connectivity you actually have with Gaia, with the unified field, with yourself as one within your own realm of existence. Okay, now I bring this up because there's so many things that have been happening to me personally in my consciousness, in my awareness, that it's actually necessary for you to actually understand. All right, at least if you want to keep pushing the envelope, you want to keep knowing things and upgrading, and not just plateauing and just learning the same stuff over and over and over again. Okay, so if you look into these paintings, you actually see like these people are actually giving you very, very, very detailed downloads. All right, they're not just like making this stuff up. It's stuff that they experience as well. Okay, and when you get to a certain level, you can actually experience it for yourself also. Okay, so the thing about the Earth is that it's actually not just a planet, it's actually like a hub. It's actually like an omnidimensional hub of existence for many different types of existences: extraterrestrial, enlightened extraterrestrials, humans, angelics, galactic humans, omnigalactic humans, and so on. There's so many different species and intelligences that are linked into this Earth grid that it's almost overwhelming. You get caught up in your day-to-day lives thinking, you're so busy being busy, and then you forget to look up at the sky, and you realize that there is a massive awareness of collectivity that is looking down at us right now, just to see what is going on and how us little humans on the ground are actually going to make this shift happen for the rest of the omniverse. Okay, so believe it or not, like, we matter. All right, we actually matter. The Earth is a lot more important than you think. The Earth is a part of you and your mind. Okay, especially your heart. Okay, if you want to learn more about the heart, about how the Earth is actually like literally you, go check out my video on that. All right, so the thing is about the Earth, when you understand the way it works, you can actually utilize it in your meditations to actually astral travel, to remote view, to get more clarity and get more neural connectivity in your own awareness. Okay, this is something that happened to me when I was just astral traveling, just minding my business, just going around my normal routes, just doing these fantastic space travels that I like to do every once in a while. And what had happened was I had gone to the rock in Australia, Uluru, right, on my astral travels, right? So I astral jumped there, I jumped to the rock, and the rock is actually magnificent. You look at the rock in 3D, you can just tell that, you know, that's an otherworldly place, that's an etheric place, right? So when I walked up to it in the astral, it actually had like rings going off of the top of the rock. Okay, so it's actually like an international Stargate, right? And these rings like went off, like shot off into the sky, like boom, 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 right? So I walk up to this Stargate and I jump to the top and I blast off into space, okay? And I talk about this in my other videos about how you can star travel like this. However, this time was different. When I did this, I hit hyperspace, right? And then when I hit hyperspace, I got a view of the Earth spinning like it was an atom, right? Like a wavelength of energy spinning around the Earth very quickly, kind of like a torus, okay? And that's what keyed me to realize that that's the same type of downloads that you see in artwork. It's very, very relevant to know what it actually is, what I was actually seeing, okay? At least for me it was, okay? So seeing that Earth spinning like a galactic atom, a galactic illuminated particle, was actually very, very eye-opening to me, because that's actually the key of awareness. That's actually what your brain functions as. That's how your brain actually moves through its processes as one, as a unified organ, okay? Because the brain is not polarized. The brain is actually unified. Hence, you know, you have the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere, then you have the midbrain. However, it's all one organ, okay? There's a lot of notions about how there are different levels of, you know what, I'm not even going to get into that. What's important is that you actually know how your consciousness is actually making itself aware, and how you are aware, and how you're able to actually unify your hemispheres and work your brain as one functioning unit, okay? Just how the planet is whole, how the planet is a sphere, and how the planet is round, and how the planet actually spins in a spiral. And it spins as a vortex, as a living, breathing, pulsing vortex. And when you see the Earth spin like an atom, you kind of just start to get it. You actually start to illuminate from the inside out. You actually start to be able to actually exist on a higher denomination of density and galactic embodiment, higher than you previously thought possible. Okay, so I mean, this is just things that are very important for you to know when you're upgrading your own awareness, because when you see this stuff happen, you kind of need some type of reference experience, some type of way to know like what it actually means. All right, so I make these videos to help you guys, because I'm constantly figuring this stuff out day to day, and when I see this stuff happen in me, I would like to share. Okay, I would like to share and put it out to you guys to see if I don't know, just to light up the grid, okay, so to speak. All right, because me sharing this information is probably going to light somebody else up out there. All right, so when I view my brain as the Earth spinning as an illuminated particle, like an atom, just like in traditional physics, except pure light, I'm actually able to perceive a lot more density in the depth. Okay, so I can actually specifically see the depth within the density, so my depth perception becomes a lot more intelligent. Okay, because when you're out in the astral, or when you have your astral vision activated, you need a brain that's actually whole. You can't be functioning, oh, left brain today, oh, the right brain today. Oh, am I feeling this way today, or am I feeling that way today? To actually sit in that core center of your brain, the seat of the soul at the midbrain, and you have to actually function like coherently, okay, and not have the type of duality sickness or bipolar sickness run you, okay? Not that there's anything wrong with that if you perceive yourself as sick, Okay, I mean, you could say sickness is normal, but then again, it's still sickness. So I mean, you can choose to upgrade yourself, or you can choose to be sick. It's your choice. Okay, so when you see yourself as a planet within yourself, within your perception like this, in your own awareness, you can read energy, you can read people, you can scan things, you can look through things, you can see people walk up to you in the astral, you can look in the sky and read the depth of the sky and see how far things are away from you. There's so many different things and ability sets and awareness levels that open up, okay? And I know I say this in a lot of videos, however, this was huge for me. This was one of the things that I had actually that actually astonished me. I was like, wow, like how long have I been not utilizing this upgrade, this understanding of awareness? Because it was right there. Like, I've seen Alex Gray's paintings so many times, and I look at this dude's artwork, like, you know, it's like the most popular artwork on the internet. All right, so it's like, you know, why aren't people utilizing this? It's because they don't go deep enough. They don't go into that depth of their own consciousness and explore with their own objectivity, with their own questions and curiosity of what's going to happen if I just astral travel and have an open mind, okay? Which is something that you should do, because you never actually know what's going to happen. You actually never know what you're going to find out, what types of beings you're going to meet, what type of energies you're going to experience, and what you're going to find and learn about yourself, okay? So this is why it's important to do these things. I just want to throw this in there. One of the big things that this upgrade, this understanding had been included in is the show Dragon Ball Z. If you ever watched that show, I know it's an anime, it's supposedly for little kids, however, it's still going, and it's a very, very eminent show today. It's probably the biggest anime ever, okay? And there's a reason for that, okay? If you look at the animation of this show, you actually see how it is drawn. You actually see how it's actually congruent to the physics of atomic physics, and how they utilize a person, kind of like an illuminated being, all right? Because a person is actually an illuminated being in reality, all right? We're all living, walking, pulsing, breathing hearts. We're all breathing spheres of light, toroidal fields spinning like an atom around our physical body, all right? So it's like, when you see this stuff animated, you see this stuff in real life. Just like how you see stuff in artwork, you see it in real life, because things don't come from anywhere, you know? Things don't just come from nowhere. You actually have to have some type of astral experience or real life experience to actually channel something and put it out there. So in this show, Dragon Ball, you see the Earth, how they pan out on the Earth, and how you see how the characters will fly around the Earth, and they kind of like fly around the Earth as an atom, all right? So pretty much that's how it happens. You know, you're actually traveling, and then you go so fast, you pretty much travel around the Earth, or around a star, or around a galaxy, and you end up spinning around a planetary system or a galactic cluster so fast that it's like an atom. You know, you're pretty much like an illuminated being as an atom, and then you realize, like, holy crap, like oh my gosh, like I'm actually here, like all this living space, this living environment is actually unified. It's all physics as one, like literally. So the world begins to open up to you, at least your inner world, and you can actually be comfortable in your expansion, and you can know what you know for you, because you have a fully complete unified awareness within yourself as an illuminated earth mind, okay? So peace and love. If you guys would like a session, I do sessions at quantumlight.org. I do healing, intuitive coaching, energy reading, numerology readings, and so much more. Custom artwork, custom shirts, hats, hoodies. Then I also have a new t-shirt line, Empath League, at empathgear.com. Check that out. And remember, when you do this stuff, always do this stuff within your center. Stay in your heart. Be resonant. Be that core God being that you truly are. And learn. Keep an open mind. Be objective. And things will come through for you. And you'll actually be able to hit those states that you want to hit. And you'll be able to go to those places that you want to go in the astral a lot quicker. Alright? And, just keep trying. Keep practicing. And you'll eventually get into your clarity and upgrade your ability sets and awareness so much more than that you actually ever thought possible. Okay, so I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love.